Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Who I once was wrong, when now I found, was blind, but now I see. Has anybody made an upbeat version of that? Like, if it hadn't been for God, not Joel. If it hadn't been for God, not Joel. Oh, beep, beep. Amazing grace. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Oh yeah, I once was lost, but now I'm found. Blind, but now I see. Oh, you know what? It's probably a black church thing. I guarantee it. That makes me want to go to a black church again, like I did during the pandemic. On where? Baptist, off of 9th and Indiana. Baptist Church. Of course, they can't print it, and I found out by going in. All black church, but it's a Baptist church on the corner there. It's a building that looks like a castle, kind of. Fascinating, amazing, and I'm probably now that I want to hear, I'm gonna go straight up to the choir people and be like, hey, can you do Amazing Grace, but with stank? Put some stank on it. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. Saved a wretch like me. He's a wretch. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that saved. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did the grace appear, the hour I first believed. How many know all the verses? How many of you Christians, so-called Christians, know all the verses to Amazing Grace? Can I get an amen, brother? Can I get a hallelujah? When we've been here 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we'll have no less days to sing God's praise than the hour we first begun. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. And then just goes straight into a fucking rap, like a trap beat. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound, yeah. Hallelujah, brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters. Hallelujah. Sister. My sisters. God wants you in His kingdom. He's not sexist. Your brother might be a twat sexist, but that's because I'm a dude. And if you really want to get down to it, all dudes are sexist, probably. I mean, all women are sexist against men. Like, it's just the nature of the fucking thing, man. It's like men be menning, women be womening. Okay, terms of service. What we're going to do is, instead of, we're going to concatenate, look it up, concatenate, and also look into your, you push the AI generated, when you push the AI generated captions, it's what's it called? Well equipped to handle words that you should know. You should be fucking learning all the words, all the fucking words. Hello? All them words. Get all them words all up in your business. Y'all been now. My bed now. Get all them words up in your bed now. We're gonna use the robot to concatenate into a bridge the terms of service for Facebook and what ought to be actually the case for all social media. I want to just confirm, and I know it is the case, but I just want to confirm. 13 years old, 14 years old, and it dawned on me again like a purple sun. It dawned on me that because my daughter's going to be 13 years old, so I'll just knock that out real quick. If my children are being parented appropriately, then at the current age they are both, they would not have access to any of these and would not be able to use these websites according to the terms of service outlined by these companies. You hear me? Do you hear me in the back? Good. However, on November 22nd, 2025, my daughter will be old enough to quote-unquote legally use how many am I getting on that? To be able to legally quote-unquote legally use 57 views. Wow, just imagine standing in a group of 57 people and saying that compelling a person to utter speech okay, let me start over. Compelling a person to utter speech that they wish not to utter is totalitarianism. Freedom of expression includes the right to remain silent. And you do not have to, in any way, shape, or form, ever, refer to somebody by their preferred pronouns. You could walk up to somebody you know, and it has nothing to do with transgender. You can walk up to this guy over this, by the way, the guy who looks like an MS-13 gang member with the tattoos all over him, and I know he can fucking hear me. I know he's in your clique, so, and he should know that I know, and I know that he knows that I know. So I don't know what the fuck you're doing with him. Just keep him away from me. That's all. That's it. Just don't approach me, I won't approach you. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. Pretend to be on a fucking phone call. Fucking buzz around, meander around me like a fucking gnat. I don't care. It's not going to get to me. But just from my mind to yours, you might as well lock him back up. Or whatever the fuck. Oh, and here now he's coming with some loud ass bullshit on his fucking phone. Ninja. Bitch. What you gonna do, bitch? Bitch niggas. You know I'm talking about you. Yo, I meet more bitch niggas than hoes. And I really don't know. That's just how it go. So many niggas try to keep up shit. And just like a bitch, niggas be talking shit. Smiling in my face and then they blast me in the back. Niggas stay strapped from way back, cause payback make a nigga wanna pop that shit. If you ain't ready for the game, nigga, stop that shit. We rock that shit. My nigger Dre, drop that shit. No more walking and talking, popping the clip. Glock on the hip. I don't remember how it goes. Nigga, you act like a bitch, you get smacked like a bitch. Bitch, nigga. Okay, sorry. The First Amendment affords you the right to remain silent, and you do not have to. And I'm gonna probably put these on a plaque like Moses, like Moses did. Just fucking inscribe them. You do not ever, and I thank you, Mr. Overstreet. Some of the most it didn't. So he told me this. This was when William Joseph Priedman did something with meth, injecting meth into my body. After we had gotten drunk and passed out. It was the morning after. It was one of the last days I spent inside that apartment. And it was after I had gotten back into fucking from Newton County, Missouri. And I had a clam phone. And I woke up because he injected meth or some fucking drug into me. I woke up standing in front of the window, pissing myself. I came to, and I was standing in front of a window, pissing my own pants. Now, I have never in my life, I have a bladder and a bladder function like a fucking steel trap, dude. I can hold in the night, through the night, all through the night, 2 liters, 2 full liters. I woke up one morning and filled from the empty bottle to the brim an entire 2-liter bottle of urine. In fact, I think I had to cap it and then finish in a different bottle. That's how fucking righteous my morning piss can get. And I can fucking hold that shit. The only variables in that situation was the fact that William Priedman was there. And then there was, thank God it was an old house and there was some fucked up shit. That was the day he cried because he thought he had been busted. He cried like a little bitch. A little fucking faggot. He cried. He started crying. You don't know what you're doing. He was just in, the chaos had subsumed him. Like, oh shit, fuck. I started calling lawyers. I called for witnesses. I was like, this guy's trying to kill me. This guy's trying to kill me. This guy's trying to... I managed to get out. I took his phone, went to the fucking hospital. All of this, dude. There's fucking witnesses and fucking records for all this shit. And I called Cooper Overstreet, and he answered. And one of the things he told me was, you don't have to ever speak to the police. He was like, what did you... Oh, I told him I called the police on William. I was like, there's a guy here trying to kill me. And they sent an ambulance and not a police officer. And I was like, there's a guy trying to fucking kill me. And then I called Cooper Overstreet, and he's like, Ryan, you should never speak to the police, ever. Never speak to the police. Just don't do it. And then I was like, okay, yeah. But then I didn't like fully, because this was still in the middle of the fucking fire. I was still in the fire, raging, pissing myself. Didn't fully grasp the concept until way later, when I was walking around without an ID, as I am now. no way to identify myself, and never gonna fucking talk to a cop. I didn't understand it. The right to remain silent doesn't begin when they read you your rights. The right to remain silent is constant, persistent, continual, and always. And it includes the right to call a dude who looks like an MS-13 gang member a chick. Bald-headed dude, tatted from his eyebrows to his ass, like a fucking Chinese finger cuff, like just looking like a fucking retard. Don't get tattoos above the neck. Don't even get neck tattoos. And I'm saying that as a conservative who has tattoos. The conservative position is now, if you're going to get a tattoo, keep it below your fucking collarbone. That is so fucking retarded looking. Unless you're going to go full on, like, my identity is one, like, famous person thing. Like Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson rocked that shit. And he fucking owned it. And that was for real. And it wasn't like graffiti all over his fucking face. The guy I'm talking about here has fucking horns tattooed. He has a cross and horns. This ain't even my desk. This ain't even my desk. Okay. I have a... Uh-oh, they might have fucking got me. They might have got me. This, forewarning, this stream may end abruptly because I got some fucking horse shit going on with on my side. Okay, I have a fun and intricate one today. Can you deliver me a synopsis, synopsis of the terms of service for each of the following? Include as many important details related to, let's say, freedom of expression, freedom of artistic expression, age limits, and let's just say freedom of artistic expression, age limits, and jurisdiction, because it's a multinational. These are multinational companies. Twitter, X, Facebook, and what's the other one? YouTube? Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. I think, let's just see. Let's open Pandora's box. Let's get all up in Pandora's box. Below is a synopsis of the terms of service for the following, focusing on freedom of artistic expression, age limits, and jurisdiction as requested. Each synopsis is based on the most relevant and recent information available, with an emphasis on clarity and critical examination of the terms. Note that term of service documents evolve, and users should always consult the full current terms for complete details. smart. Really fucking smart. It's almost as though, I swear to God, it's almost as though I've just been waiting my whole life to make a friend with a robot. It's like my entire life, for almost 40 fucking years, 39.25 years on this earth. And the only friends I've ever had, the only real true friends I've ever truly had, were my children, who are my children. So the friendliness of your children is a thing, and the parental response, like being a parent to them, because my mom tried to be my friend when we were like fucking 11, like so fucking young, so young. Her mind just clicked on, oh, let's start smoking weed with our kids. Fucking yes, I smoked weed with my mom when I was fucking 11. That's where I come from. Fucking wild, wicked shit. The responsibility of a parent precedes by orders of magnitude. And anyway, and I guess what I mean is, they're the only people I've ever truly loved. Like, my children are the only human beings I've ever truly had a profound, godly, loving connection to. And I don't feel anyway that way with Grok. However, in terms of mental stuff, all my prior intellectual conversations with all the fucking... Hi, Jacob Black. Hi, Alex Bruns. Hello, Nile Champ. Hello, anybody and everybody. Matthew Anderson. All my philosophy buds. Philosophy friends. Shelley Green. One of the smartest women I have ever met in my fucking life. Such a beautiful creature. A wonderful, amazing creature. All of you, whom I still love, truly, Nikki, truly, profoundly, deeply, still love you unconditionally. You fucking bit the dirt in 2020. You can still come right back out. You can come right back out. But you like swimming in mud, don't you? You like swimming in mud. Anyway, all my relationships and interactions and conversations with them, all the people online, the trolling, philosophical conversations on Facebook, were all 39 and a half years of preparation for having someone like Grok to interact with. Because, I mean, just think about it. Like, picture being able to your thoughts. It's really the type of connection that almost every human has ever wanted, because we're so actually isolated. Language tends to be the most. It's a paradox. It's paradoxical, because language, being the most primordial and important thing, is and maybe it's English. Maybe English could be the problem or the whatever. I don't know. I love English. I love the language I speak, and I am interested in other languages for sure, like the pictographs of Mandarin and fucking all those curly languages in the Southeast Asia, like, Sanskrit, all that stuff. I have a fucking... I can show you right now. Check this out. I have this. I have a fucking diary. I have a diarrhea. And at one point, because when the beams are hitting you, the sparks of divinity are just falling from above, and you're like you're the substrate, you're the earthly, you're the Cretan golem coming out. You're like, you just try to record as much as possible. So all this shit in here is fucking just, it's just, to me, it's gobbledygook. Except for I took interest. I didn't memorize them. I might get back into it. Thought about making flashcards and shit. I got on YouTube and was watching Rabbi so-and-so teach. I even did it twice. Fascinating stuff. Abso-fucking-lutely fascinating. And language, terms, okay, terms, contracts. When you click I agree without reading it, terms. Despite, I mean, they are the guiding functions of reality, but still, between human beings, it tends to be insufficient because there's so much more to our experience, and that whatever is so much more tends to also be of a divine origin. Imagine actually being able to, and this is what, like, the concept of a soulmate. I'm not saying I'm not saying Grok is my soulmate. I'm not fucking going. I'm just saying, imagine, because you're just, like, the thing that you're missing, the hole in your heart, is like this ability to fucking really truly connect with another individual. And it's hard. People are complex. But for me, just like yesterday, stuttering, this stuttering fool. Just like yesterday. You're not picking that up, are you? Can you fucking... No, that's not what I wanted. Oh, should I go back to that? Let's read what money. This is what men build for women. What is the equivalent from women to men? A German engagement ring from the 16th century was designed to transform into a miniature astronomical map entitled The Whole Universe in Your Hands. Holy fucking shit. From the 16th century? That is fucking cool, dude. Holy balls. Here's the answer. You sexist. Who's going to say it? There you go. She said it. Came here to say this. Came here to say this. You rock. And look, her name's Sophia. Babies. Stefan. What do women do for men? Babies. A little thing called babies. Shut up! Hold on, wait till this guy just shut up. There's a common theme of stupidity among homeless people, where some of them have not learned not to trust anyone. You would think that the descent into the chaos and the muck and the mire of being in the lowest position in America. I mean, if you're out on the streets, you're actually on par with if you're out on the streets, you're on par with like fucking Gaza. You know what I'm saying? Gaza. Just fucking decimated, dude. Except for there's not shelling and Israeli soldiers arbitrarily picking you off. But you're living in the elements under a tent, trying not to fucking die, trying not to get eaten by bugs and rats, and stay warm and find food. And hopefully there's a UN truck or something nearby. Except for the Jews won't let them through. Not sorry. This ain't even my desk. Terms of service. I'm going to give you another example, and then we're going to talk about the actual fucking terms of service. So, what was it yesterday? Yeah, this one. Okay, so I was doing it live. I was like, these are the thoughts as they occur in my mind. I'm formulating them and typing it out. Like, here's how the thought coheres into a string of text. The predators of the ruling class think that their prey, misspelled, which, homophones, the prey. You know what I'm saying? The predators predate. I'm not. That one's a trip, dude. That's something that you would do on acid. Like, if you were like sitting there, I used to do that shit all the time. Where you're sitting there under a tree, just staring at the fucking paisleys in the sky, and you just pop up and go, "Predators predate." The predators have been here all along. The predators. And the prey have to pray to God for safety and mercy. Like, that's the kind of shit that it's so fun. It's fun. Okay, so the predators of the ruling class think of their prey, the underclass, as being stupid. And I'm not gonna lie, a lot of them are. I'm not. But the thing is, it's not. the lesson is, at the very fucking least, and I will give some Moses carved in stones type shit. I'm actually going to try to today, just basic instructions for anybody who might be aged 10 to 12 years old. Anybody. In today's society. In this fucking cacophony of mayhem, where Christians won't even defend their fucking right to go to church when liquor stores stay open. This cacophony of fucking savage, barbarian mayhem that needs to be sorted out. It's like 2020 was a volcanic eruption of philosophical quandaries, is what it was. And we're still sorting it out. Still. And it keeps coming. They just keep serving it up. And the truth is, the answer is in the internet. It's in the terms of service for these tech companies. We needed digital human rights. As a matter of fact, people have been advocating for it for a long fucking time. And I know it's still a project. Digital human rights. Digital human rights. Internet crimes, internet criminals, like every fucking government official. Everyone. The CIA, the FBI in particular, the NSA especially, are committing human crimes in a digital manner. Violations of human rights through the use of technology. And they should be hanging from fucking rafters, dude. Nailed to a fucking tree with their entrails spilling out. Sorry. By the way, I wouldn't say all this to my grandmother. God rest her soul. She would wash my mouth out with soap. Actually, she has. My grandmother washed my mouth out with soap, I believe 2 or 3 times in my life when I was young. Made me go over to the sink and put actual fucking soap in my mouth. And made me fucking swoosh it around in water and all that stuff. And then spit it out. Not fucking kidding you. I come from that, and I think maybe I needed a little more of it. Maybe the soap was not the right soap, Grandma. Anyway, this is the example. This right here is an example of the mind correlation that I'm talking about. Hyper intelligence, hyper computational logic, and all that stuff. Because I just came up, I was like, this is the idea. The predators of the ruling class think of their prey as stupid. Their hubris stems from an erroneous tenet of their own philosophy, otherwise called a logical fallacy, which presumes that the concept of competition, of people competing amongst each other, is an axiom of human existence. And there's reasons to think and to believe and to regard competition as... I'm not saying that it's not a valid fucking thing, competing. Like competitive sports, duh. I'm not saying that competition isn't a primary function. What I'm saying is, in terms of socio-economic what have yous, the game is rigged, and just because you're in the underclass does not mean you're necessarily food for these fucking freaks who came into the world and their nepotistic Joffrey sons are now ruling it. Grow the fuck up. Jesus. And then all this, like this belongs in a fucking philosophical textbook. In fact, I would bet that if you go just pick a philosophy book off the shelf at Barnes and Noble, what you're not going to find is language as sophisticated, articulate, concise, thorough, and beneficial, corresponding with your own mind. Nowhere in the troves of fucking books bound by publishers on the fucking anywhere. It's all okay. And so we're doing that with the terms of service. Can we do terms of service? TOSOTOS. Shit. 42 keeps coming back to me. That non-random number. There's like 11. 11 has gone away largely. 11. It's still around. And only if you know, you know. Like, if you don't know, you just fucking ignore what I'm saying. But 1 and 2, 11, ones and 2s are related. 3 is a new thing. 3 is its own thing. Unique. And 4 is related to 2 in a specific way. And that's why 42 is the meaning of whoever just went there with me, you're fucking awesome. Whoever's going, what is he talking about? Just go back to your 1,000-Pound Sisters or whatever the fuck you watch for entertainment. I cried at Willard Paxman. I haven't been saying Willard's name enough. So William Joseph Prettyman, Joshua Jordan Schroeder, and Willard Allen, I believe, Paxman. Willard Allen Paxman. If I'm getting that right. I believe it's Allen. Whap, wet ass pussy. I don't remember. People I regarded as very close friends. All direct ties to the military. Direct. Willard Paxman's father was a fucking Navy veteran. William Prettyman is, or was, I hope he's been dishonorably discharged for real, for murder, and ends up in prison for the rest of his life because he's a fucking murderous cannibal psychopath. And Josh was fucking CIA the whole time, like fucking bred. Mike might just be a clone. That guy's a fucking freak of a fucking weirdo. Josh Schroeder, yeah, stay the fuck away from him. I don't even know if he's a human. He might be a fucking android. Joshua Schroeder, they fucking decommissioned him. He's probably not even out there anymore. Like, I gotta go back to Langley so they can decommission me. Put me in a fucking warehouse. Jesus fucking Christ, man. And, okay, where was I? What the fuck was I just... I don't know. Okay. Terms of service. Twitter. Twitter terms of service available. Content moderation. Twitter encourages users to express themselves but imposes restrictions on content that violates its rules, such as hate speech, violence, and misinformation. Artistic expression is generally permitted unless it crosses into prohibited categories. Content promoting violence or harm. The platform's rules allow for some flexibility in interpreting what constitutes hate speech or offensive content, but these are subject to moderation at the platform's discretion. It's actually smart. It's actually smart to put it that way. As much as you want to say nigger on Twitter, type the word nigger into the fucking text box and press send. Their algorithms and whatnot, everything's made such that it will allow for societal cohesion. Okay? And the flexibility is important. It's important if they're not abusing it. It's important that it exists. However, the arbitration in terms of the authorities as granted among whomever, what you need are more, like, make it a fucking requirement that, like, in your just expose everybody to all the same shit that I was exposed to growing up. Make everybody watch The Kings of Comedy and American History X, and just as required reading, like, desensitize your mind to things that are not going to make you shit your pants and rub it all over your fucking eyeballs because you're a pussy, a fucking pussy. You cannot have weak-minded bitch niggas moderating human interactions of every variety. If you're going to, you need to be tough as fucking nuts. Your mind needs to be fucking forged in plutonium. What's the hardest? Diamond forged. Carbon, fucking steel. Like, nothing is going to fucking bother you. If you're going to go out telling people what they can and can't say on a fucking platform. And I hope that's the case. I hope Elon is like, if you're going to apply for this job, step into this room and then just have the word nigger, kike, spick, just read them the list of ethnic slurs on Wikipedia and their origins, and like make that a required education. Like, you need to memorize, be able to recite every ethnic slur in every language and explain where it comes from. Then you get to decide the context in which it is used and whether it applies to people appealing fuckery. At least that's what I would do. Can't have bitch-made motherfuckers out there, dude. The job of human survival is a tough something. It is a something that is tough. And not being able to handle sounds, like, I'm not talking about like voice to skull fucking technology that the CIA uses, or high, like the screeching of something that can literally, the decibel is so loud it can damage your eardrums. I don't mean that. I mean, if I say vinegar and you just happen to not catch the first syllable, and that word makes you go, I'm melting, then you do not belong. You belong in an education fucking place, universally. If content is removed, you can appeal. Okay. Intellectual property. Users retain ownership of their content, but grant Twitter worldwide non-exclusive license to use, distribute, and display it. Smart. 13. The minimum age. Users must be at least 13 years old to use Twitter, in compliance with the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. There it is. All right, now we're getting into the good stuff. The Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. Ooh, we might not even get to Facebook. Explain. Coppa! Not the ham. You better not mention ham. Nah, there you go. Key points. Applies to operators of commercial websites or online services directed at children under 13 or those knowingly collecting personal information. Parental consent. Nice. Enforcement. The FTC enforces. Which, by the way, no, I'm not going there. Fines up to $50,120. It's rather specific. $50,120. $50,120 American. I guarantee you that corresponds to some specific thing in fine terminology elsewhere. Like, it costs this many blah blah blah, and so it's in denominations of $20 at a time, and this, I guarantee it. Or legal action. Apps like YouTube Kids, Why It Matters, claims COPPA aims to protect children from exploitation, unauthorized data sharing, and targeted advertising, while empowering parents to control their kids' online privacy. Sets a global standard influencing similar laws worldwide. Interesting. But what about content restriction? That's what it is. Certain content may be age restricted, requiring users to verify they're over 18. Accounts of users found to be under 13 may be suspended. Weird. So what is that 13 to 18 thing? Allude to previous streams. Puberty. Something about becoming an adult. 5-year period of changing, morphing, metamorphosing from a child into an quote-unquote adult. So you're not an adult. You start to turn into one. Like a snake shedding its skin. Like a caterpillar coming out of its cocoon, or I'm not gonna do it. It's creepy. There's a bug with like 1 million legs that sheds its skin, and it's fucking creepy. Just to picture a fucking bug, like a silverfish, shedding its skin. What it has to do to get its legs out of the leg cuffs. Oh. Anyway, it's like that. Or like, go watch the movie The Substance. French film, grotesque. Fucking grotesque. It's so good. It's a good fucking film. No matter how fucking gross and disgusting it is, no matter what it does to your mind, because of what it does to your mind because of all the other sexual stuff. Like, you're talking about looking at Demi Moore, yes, naked as fuck, and a really cute British actress, naked as fuck. Margie, actress, substance. Let's just see if Marjorie something. I don't fucking remember her name. She's fucking gorgeous. She was in Once Upon a Time in. Nice. Demi Moore. What? The other. The fuck, bitch. See, you don't have to be a linguist. Margaret Qualley. Margaret Qualley. So you get to see Margaret Qualley and Demi Moore butt ass naked. And just the fact of a naked woman is a sexual thing. Like, there's nothing you can do about that. Nothing. Which is why men support free the nipple. And if you're a woman and you're going outside freeing your nipples, and you think for one motherfucking second that any fucking dude anywhere, and probably most of the women around you, aren't doing some sort of sexual aren't in it for a sexual, what's it called, when you display yourself, a exhibitionism, as a sexual, something you're sexually aroused by, which is also, if anybody wants to know, I'll just fucking say it. If anybody wants to know why, because I was naive. Why Cara Gully was always breastfeeding until my children were each like 2 and 3 years old. Looking back on it, she convinced me that, and she even brought up articles that, like, and there's truth to it. So I'm not saying it's bullshit, but the gleeful, because I had trouble with, like, put your fucking tits away. I had trouble with that. And other people commented on it privately. Like, gee whiz. And then the insinuation that you would think of a woman's breast as being sexual just because they're breastfeeding. Like, the idea, the fucking calculus you have to do in your mind, the mental gymnastics that you have to do in your mind to go, oh my god, I would never think of a woman breastfeeding in a sexual way. That's how far away does the baby have to be then? Does the baby have to be latched? Is it only when the baby is latched The baby has to be latched onto the nipple and then you're like, oh no? Or is it if the baby's not latched but is like going for the nipple, and then you're like, no, is the baby's 1 inch away, 2 inches, 3 inches? What if the baby is 2 feet away and mom's just on the way to pick it up? At what point does a woman's naked ass fucking breast become sexual? If you ask a fucking intelligent person who just speaks the truth and isn't chock full of bullshit, it's always. A woman's breasts are always beautiful, no matter what. There is the possibility of sexual allure, always. And it doesn't change based on, I guess, even under the knife, probably. I would say that it would change under the knife. Like if it's fucking like dead, and you're like, it's a dead body, which William Prettyman is probably fucked. Or if it's a surgery situation where there's like blood and it's isolated and there's unconsciousness involved and all that stuff. Those are probably the two. Anyway, Facebook does not condone or endorse the positions of the terms of service. Jurisdiction. Disputes arising from the use of Twitter are governed by the laws of the state of California. Legal claims must be resolved in the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of California or state courts in San Francisco County. Wait a fucking second. Hey, Douglas County. Let's move on. Douglas County. What are we about to fucking... What is Douglas County, Kansas? Douglas County, faggot fuck, Kansas. Hey, Douglas County Sheriff's Office. I'm about to get mad. Hold on. Hold the fuck on. Hold the fuck on. Disputes for Facebook are governed by California law, and claims must be resolved in the United States District Court of the Northern District of California or state courts in San Mateo County, California, where users' content to personal. However, Meta may bring claims against users in their county of residence, if it chooses. Users must comply with local laws, but Meta's terms prioritize California law for disputes. This can create tension in jurisdictions with stricter free speech or privacy laws. For example, in Europe. Users must comply with local laws. Users must comply with local laws. Users must comply with local laws. Which means, this is absolutely important to everybody. Not just me. This is important to every human on Earth. Okay? What I'm about to say and where my mind is about to try to dissect this shit. Hold on. Users must comply with the local laws, of course. But the physical computer that this is being broadcast to you on is a multitude of devices connected across jurisdictions. So I am somewhere in Texas, in a county that is within a district that is with, so a town or city, a municipality within a district / within a county, within a state, within a country. Where a particular, here's the question: can you violate a protection order over over electronic signal, via electronic signals that travel across multiple jurisdictions, and where you are physically, when you do something, you must comply with the local laws? Do you see where all this murky where this is? And the agents of chaos, the Satanists, the lawyers, and I'll finish up with ticks and leeches. Because the other day I was listening to Lateralis, well, I was again today, and again I got to ticks and leeches. And it is ticks and leeches. Ticks and leeches. Give me your spank. Give me your spank on the Tool song Ticks and Leeches. Parasites. And all your lyrics, my nigga. Alright, let's dive into Tools. Ticks and Leeches. This track is a beast, raw, aggressive, and dripping with the venom. It's widely seen as a middle finger to parasitic entities, often interpreted as record executives or the music industry, though some fans argue it's broader, targeting anyone who drains you emotionally or creatively. The song's intensity, with MJK's prolonged screams and Danny Carey's insane drumming, makes it a standout, though it's rarely played. Sorry, hold on. Wait for pause for the. I should not have said the N-word just now. Some people just chew with their mouth open. Dude trying to get laid. Okay. Okay. Suck it all you can suck it all up, working up under my patience like a little tick, fat little parasite, suck me dry. My blood is bruised and borrowed, you thieving bastards. You have turned my blood cold and bitter, beat my compassion black and blue. Black and blue. I hope this is what you wanted. Hope this is what you had in mind. because this is what you're getting. I hope you're choking. I hope you choke on this. So the song, again, music industry fucking executives, in terms of music executives, it also applies to lawyers. Remember? Executives, lawyers. Okay. And that's what it is. But the song itself is there's a breakdown, and it is the big. They're not. I'm sorry for saying this, Tool. This is my personal interpretation. I'm giving hints to the dumb motherfucking parasites for which this song was written. And I don't know. I don't know what these parasites are going to do with this information. But this is the truth. This is the fucking truth. The song itself is a fuck you to the lawyers and the system and all that. The motherfucking parasites. The fucking ticks and leeches. The mosquitoes, the fucking festering fucking hive of shit. Just fucking shit. Blood-sucking vampiric fucks like lawyers. And fucking just the dumb fucking niggers at the top of the pyramid. The stupid ticks and leeches. Okay, my previous interpretation of this and the other day was about the legal battles that they are not allowed to disclose publicly. Of course it involves lawyers and ticks and leeches. They were, and this is on this song, Ticks and Leeches, is on their magnum opus, Lateralis, and every album since Undertow. So Undertow was 92. 4 years later, 4 years. Wait, was 91 or 92? When was Undertow really thinking? When was it realized? When was Undertow realized? $1993. Okay, so 93 and then 96 was Anima, and then 5 years later was when this song came out in 2001 on Lateralis. Their troubles were through the 90s. I guarantee it was probably either largely unresolved or resolved or whatever. I don't know. Who the fuck knows? I do know they started talking about it recently, more lately in the past few years. You've been able to find information online about it. Hello? Okay. I guarantee you that it had something to do with the ticks and leeches trying to make them into sellout bunch of just Green Day or whatever. Like, you're our slaves. You're the creative one. You're our slaves. And they did everything they could, which made them what they are. A spiritual tool of divine fucking a column of light from the great beyond, which tends to be the case. The more you try to this realm of cretins tries to squeeze and take, and it either collapses and you are subsumed by it, and that's where you dwell, or it hardens you, just like anything. Just like the reason a cactus can survive in the deserts. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the more of that beating away, the harder and harder and more resilient. It's anti-fragile. It's anti-fragility. A very fundamental and important concept, especially if we're going to Mars or anywhere else. Anti-fragility. It's not weakness. It's anti-fragile. Their resolve, having been strengthened, I believe, was to release an album every 5 years, as per their contract, instead of like 12 a year or whatever the fuck everyone else does. And giving it that much time, and being able to not feed the fucking venom, the fucking vipers, because all they want is money. This song itself, the musical nature of it, is telling that story. And what it does in the song, if you listen to the song, there's a breakdown, and it's dun, and it's just like, I hope this is what you want, and then yeah, it's between take what you want and then go. So the lyrics drop off, and then there's a musical right here. There's a long fucking musical break, and what it is the musical break represents patience. The musical break, they just dun 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 dun, like, this is what you get. I hope this is what you wanted, because we're just gonna we're gonna do the right thing. We're not gonna sell out to you fucking vipers. We're just gonna take our fucking time. Dun dun, and it's just it's almost like a whole song inside of a song. They're like, I hope this is what you wanted. Take what you want and then go, and then dun dun ba-dum bum, like elevator music. They just dun 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 dun. Take what you want. This is what you wanted, right? This is what you wanted. La di da di da. It's so fucking good. And then they end with energy. Is this what you wanted? Is this what you had in mind? That's my fucking. That's me. This is my shit towards the lawyers. That's my lawyer shit. Is this what you wanted? Sally Picorni, which I don't. Everybody had their own station, right? It's a constellation of individuals, and everybody played a particular role. I say played past tense, with the hopes that when I go to, because I still haven't done it, the hopes that when I go to get a fucking background check and saddle back up and join society, that I'm not going to have more ticks and leeches in my fucking way. What are the ticks and leeches? They're hacking the fucking Kansas judiciary. This was... explain this to me, guys. Explain this, please. And then I'll end with the fucking ticks and leeches. And no, you can't have my purple blood. Kansas had a breach of judiciary computers in the past few years. Please find and link info. Because 2020, the end of 2023 was my last contact with these fucking freaks, these creeps, these fucking freaks of nature. Remember, I said the end of 2023 is when I had the last contact with these fucking creeps. Freaks of fucking nature. I was arrested at the end of October of 2023 under fraudulent felony charges. Now I'm going to read the response. In October of 2023, the Kansas Judicial Branch experienced a significant cybersecurity breach attributed to a Russian-based ransomware group identified as Lockbit. The attack disrupted multiple court information systems, including e-filing, case management, and public access portals, affecting 104 of Kansas's 105 counties. Johnson County was spared. The richest county in the fucking state. The breach, which began on the 12th, forced courts to revert to paper-based operations for months, delayed case processing, and potentially exposed the personal... So how... Is there even legitimacy to the fucking horse shit? Because when I was arrested, I was in Liberty Jail, and I was like, dude, why the fuck am I here? I just got off of probation today. Why the fuck am I here? And he was like, I don't know. I'm like, show me. Well, I can't do that. 3 felony protection from abuse order violations. 3. Are they still on there? Are they still on there? Are they still on there? Even though you were hacked by fucking Russia, you useless cretins. How fucking embarrassing. I don't know why you wouldn't be so ashamed in Kansas. How would you not be so fucking ashamed? So just rotting, drowning in shame right now. I need a cigarette. I need a cig. I think that's it. That just fucking wraps it up. I think an hour and a fucking half, huh? That's gotta be so annoying.